All right. So this is ISM's ideas on how to get suppliers to send us innovative ideas that save everybody money. So identify opportunities to drive supplier innovation, new products or process ideas generated by the suppliers, otherwise we call CMPs, that can create value for the buying organization. Most innovations are incremental, making small changes to the current product. And some of the sources come from the current supply base or new suppliers. May be included as part of the supplier scorecard, which is a little tough to score it, but could be done. Organizations may present annual awards for innovation also. So here's their innovative framework. Buyer's request, marketplace, unsolicited collaborative, supplier innovations. I don't really get their whole framework, but you know, that's ISM's framework. So 4-stage framework. Innovation opened on marketplace, brought to the buying organization unsolicited, developed by the buying organization, or developed collaboratively. So each one of these is where ideas come from, I guess. Type of innovation will affect the type of supplier relationship. So close partners are required for innovations developed collaboratively, obviously. And the source of innovation will also affect ownership of intellectual property. Usually you will do some kind of agreement that says how you're going to divvy up IP ownership. And we have what's called a DDA, or Design and Development Agreement, that does that. Supplier forums, a way to build trust with the supply base. So we would call these CMP days, or at divisions, they call them lunch and learns. We have suppliers conferences with the buying organization's R&D team. Buying organization with suppliers can share strategic direction, discuss future direction. So you don't usually want to do suppliers one at a time on either a CMP day or a lunch and learn at the division engineering headquarters. You don't want to put competitors together on the same day. It's usually a bad thing. Use of the NDA is also required. And partnership with research and development. Supply management can add value by working with R&D at the beginning of a project, which is what they try to get me to do. Bring new technologies from the supply base to the project, and develop strategies to source the components, ensure NDAs are signed, negotiate IP. Oops. Best practices. So CAPS, which is the Center for Advanced Purchasing Studies, which is a group that's put together by ISM and Arizona State University in Phoenix down there. Some ways to encourage innovation in the supply base. Buying organizations, supplier need to understand roles, expected outcomes, and the timeline. Engage suppliers early, because cost, quality, and performance are determined by decisions that are made early in the development of a part. Early supplier involvement can help with these design issues, but you don't want to do everything early, because what you do is give away your leverage when you bring the supplier in early. But some things you have no choice. Establish trust. Suppliers need to be assured that their ideas will not be shared with other suppliers, and they'll be rewarded for their ideas. Measure the performance. Need feedback to improve, and buying organizations need to measure the supply base on a scorecard. And fair compensations. So if suppliers are going to invest in their own R&D efforts to develop innovations, they need to get paid for it. So here's yet another 2x2 block matrix. This is the ESI matrix. So these are some ideas on how to deal with innovation and development. So a degree of supplier responsibility from low to high, and development risk by the purchasing firm from low to high. So A high risk, high degree of supplier responsibility, meaning suppliers doing most of the design work, is going to be a strategic development. This is most of our powertrain stuff. And then a low degree of responsibility with the supplier, but a high degree of risk for us is critical development. You'd probably want to conduct that in-house because the supplier's not going to pay attention. Anyway, here is a matrix deal that discusses each of these boxes if you're interested. Oops. So that's the ESI matrix. So risk and reward sharing. Suppliers should be compensated fairly for the risks they incur. And they're meaning more than just on CMP's points and stuff. There are different ways to compensate suppliers. Buying organization can pay suppliers outright, which is rarely done. Suppliers can receive credit on the scorecard, which is what we do. A higher overall score then needs to lead to more favorable treatment. Negotiated contracts over whether the supplier can sell their innovations to other buying organizations who will only use the tooling. Will royalties be paid or collected? Whose idea was it? Centers for excellence. So we use this concept in engineering. So Peterbilt will have Center for Excellence for maybe radiators. Kenworth might have it for steering. They're talking about the same kind of thing for purchasing. So for important technologies in the buying organization, supply management internal center of excellence can be created. So this center of excellence for this particular commodity or category, we conduct the market analysis, understand the capabilities of the suppliers, and work closely with the R&D team to become more effective. And organizational impacts, a CAP research study said the following benefits from supplier innovation. Things like improving performance, current products, and lowering cost. Everything everyone likes. Open the firms to new markets. Lead to a competitive advantage for the buying organization. So their concept, and it's probably true, revenue growth. Those are all things that they measure on scorecards. So now we've got some innovation models. Three of them: crowdsourcing, collaboration, and co-development. These come from these guys here. So crowdsourcing is just what it sounds like. Platform for sharing ideas, an online portal, varying degree of access to restrict or provide access to desired set of suppliers. You're basically sitting it out there on the internet and hoping somebody comes out and says, hey, I got an idea. The collaboration model, you work as a team with selected suppliers. And the co-development model, organizations select the best supplier to share the know-how on cutting-edge technology. So this is like one supplier you select. So I guess the difference between co-development and collaboration is just the number of suppliers you're working with. Organizations invite ideas. This is just kind of the same thing. Internal or analyzed by subject matter experts for validation. That's crowdsourcing. So there's two roads down here. That's open innovation, the crowdsourcing model. Everybody can come and put in their ideas. And then the closed innovation side is the collaboration and co-development models. You're working with multiple suppliers simultaneously on an innovative solution and collaboration model. And the co-development model is joint business plans with a specific supplier. And then you've got innovation-focused key performance indicators. I don't know how you'd measure value creation. I guess you could do it in dollars. Material efficiency, another hard one to measure. Supplier involvement, number of events, that you can measure. Incremental sales realized from projects, it's a little fuzzier. Number of innovation projects completed in collaboration with the suppliers, you can measure that one. All right. So Max Dershey is an innovation manager in the procurement group. What a title. Max's management tasks him with measuring supplier innovation for the balanced scorecards they give their suppliers. After reviewing available data and interviewing stakeholders, Max decides that he wants to measure supplier involvement with innovative ideas. What would be the best way for him to accomplish this measurement? Well, you can throw out two of these answers pretty quick. What do you guys think? Any guesses?
A, alpha?
Yeah, that's probably what I would go with because it's a longer answer. But in my mind, it could be A or B. A it is. The longer answer wins yet again. Okay. Maddie Faniff is a purchasing manager for Acme. And Maddie is looking at how Acme interacts with its supply base currently and which innovation model would best suit the firm. So she's looking at those three innovation models. Acme buys custom parts for the widgets it makes, and the designs come from Acme engineering department for the most part. But Acme will incorporate innovative ideas from its supply base due to its policy of early supplier involvement. Acme management wishes to stay away from joint ventures and partnerships with other firms in order to keep from giving away their widget technology. What type of innovation model should Maddie recommend to her management? So they got custom parts and they're looking for innovative ideas. So one of these is not a model at all. So they cross B out. There is no collaboration model. Or no, I guess there is a collaboration model. There's no codependent model. So anybody want to make a guess at this? I think it's going to be the one I wanted to cross off because that's the one that's in the middle. This is with a single supplier, and this is everybody open on the internet, and this is nothing. Let's see what we get here. B it is. Already working with the supply base with ESI, still can work on development with many suppliers. So the crowdsourcing won't work because it's got custom parts. All right, there's 5 questions out there. You guys go start working on them, and we'll go over answers at, well, 2:25, unless you guys all raise your hand and we get done early. Okay, let's go over some answers here. Number 1 is B, because the supplier needs to bring an idea for a product or process that adds value. 2, A is correct, because letting the suppliers physically look over the products will likely produce more ideas out of them. 3 is Delta. ABC has market expertise that could help the project with choice, cost, and availability of metals, making the team introduce them to R&D. And 4 is Charlie, giving the supplier credit towards a contract obligation. Doesn't cost anything. 5 is Alpha. Crowdsourcing model is open to everyone. Any questions? All right. Talk to you guys tomorrow. And I'm going to be out Wednesday and Thursday this week, so I'll cancel one of the other meeting notices.
Thanks, Ray.
Yep.